You want to start the show since we're just doing it on? Let me just do the title card. We'll just do the title card. There we go. And then we'll do me like, hi everybody. Welcome to Star Citizen Live. I'm talking to you from the void. I am traveling this week, doing some things that we'll talk about in the future. Uh, but we're doing today's show from the void here. Joining us on the show this week are our two members from our esteemed props team. That's Lewis and Thomas. Say hi, Lewis and Thomas.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thomas, do you have any light in your room whatsoever? Why are you so dark?
I don't know why I'm so dark.
Put
I
a
set up everything before and
do this. Open a blank notepad. Open a blank notepad and make it really big on your screen.
oh, that's smart.
Get
It's
that
ghetto
skin
lighting.
tan.
Look at that. Look at that.
There we
That
go.
work from home glow.
Who's been doing this forever? Who's been doing this forever? All right. Now, granted, this is a game dev show. If you've never seen a game dev episode, it's where we spend most of our time in screen share, and you won't see our faces anyway as we create something to potentially go into the Precision Universe. Lewis, what are we making today?
Today, what we're going to be doing is, we looked at the feedback from the cone, and we thought we'd do something a bit more interesting today. So what we're going to be doing is turning a
Cone 2.0.
mesh. Yeah, we're doing a cone again because everyone loved the first one. No, today we're going to be turning a white box mesh that we've been working on that's going into the game. So this is not specifically made for this stream, but this is actually something that's going to be going into our Pyro stations later on, which is it's basically a trolley. So we're going to be doing the setup on the trolley, and we're going to have at the end of the stream, hopefully, if all goes well, an interactable trolley that we can push around with some cool items on it. So, yeah, fingers crossed it all goes well. Knowing Data Forge, it won't, but
Okay.
but we'll see.
And before we get started, who are you? It's everybody's first show. So, Lewis, introduce yourself, and then Thomas, you can introduce yourself.
So yeah, I'm Lewis Thompson. I'm a cone modeler from the box team. But yeah, just make props. So I think probably the most notable thing that I've done in the game so far, I made the medical beds. So when that update came out, you've all probably woken up in one of my beds at one point. So yeah.
You heard it here first. You've all woken up in Lewis's bed. Thomas, who are you? What do you do?
I'm Thomas. I'm also part of the box team, and I've been working for CIG since 6 months now, and I passed probation not long ago, so I'm a full artist, a box team member now, and I've done the trophy for the CitizenCon this year, so
Nice.
you probably got it in your hands, and that's my first props I implemented in the game, so I'm pretty proud of it.
All right.
It was
Well-
an awesome trophy as well. Awesome.
right.
Thank you.
Well, Lewis,
So-
if you want to start up the screen share, we can jump into it.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Oh, my perf horse is crying. Right, cool. So, everything's disappeared, as per tradition. So, what we have here, we've basically
Wait.
got,
Hold
the bare bones.
on, real quick. Richard Tyrer is calling me. Hey, Rich, we're live on the stream right now.
Are you? Awesome.
What's going on, man?
Hey, you called me and I'm just, being happy and calling you back.
Oh, well, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'll leave you to your stream if you're streaming.
That's just Lewis. Just okay. Now, I'll call you back after the show.
All right. Have fun. Bye bye.
All right, bye.
Everything's on fire.
All right, as you were, Lewis and Thomas.
Right, cool. So what usually happens when we start a new task on props, we get sent a cool piece of concept art by one of our many talented concept artists.
That's a cool prop.
This is one of them. So yeah, we'll have this image, and we basically got to go around and work out how to turn it from this 2D image into a working object in the game. So obviously this is like a little pump truck trolley type thing. So we can make it interactable. We've got wheels, we've got a handle, so we can turn this into a trolley essentially that players can interact with. So
in the US, we would refer to that as a pallet mover.
a pallet mover.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I always get confused when we're naming stuff on props, especially because like there's so many different ways of saying. Like, is it the American way or the British way?
Yeah.
And we always get so confused.
Yeah, the colloquial is pallet jack, is what we would call it, because the forks go into the into the holes at the bottom of the pallet, and then you crank the handle down, and it jacks it up off the ground like an automotive jack. Yep.
Yeah.
So a pallet jack.
We've actually got a pallet in the scene that hopefully we're going to be able to, once we've got it running, hopefully be able to get it on there. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to go away. So Tom, if you want to like start chatting,
So
I'll try and make some way on this.
Yeah. So basically, now Lewis is checking if everything is separated to put the anchor points. So like he's checking like if the wheel as it's gonna roll by itself it is being separated. Just making sure the whole hierarchy is well done in this scene. And once he got that, we will separate things up so we can actually push it in the scene and having fun with it.
Gotcha. So this was something that was created previously just to be a visual item in the background, and now you have to convert it into something that NPCs can actually move around.
Yeah, essentially, like we like I said, because we're not doing this just for the stream. This is actually a prop that I've been assigned to work on this week. So eventually, it's going to look something like this with all the POM details and the materials like done up. At the moment, it is literally just kind of white box,
an advanced
stage,
white box,
grey box. So it's still. If I move this back over here,
is there a designer attached to this? Do we have any stats on this pallet jack? Can it lift above its weight class?
I've heard that it can lift the reclaimer. It's that good. We designed them strong. But
if you go back to a really old SCL, the reclaimer can't even escape the gravity of a planet's atmosphere.
Oh my god!
I
remember flying that for the first time.
Yes, we're creating this in response to for that special reclaimer, so we can lift it up.
Yeah, essentially. So what we have to make a trolley, what we need to do. Let me move this. So we've got 2 points on each wheel. So we've got the point at which the wheel rotates. So, for example, like this, so that we can maneuver it. And then there's one for the actual wheel to spin, so that the wheels spin like they do in the game, like a realistic wheel. And basically, what we need to do in order to have this function is create 2 point helpers. So I believe
the main one and the wheel one.
So this will be wheel turn 1. So we'll call this wheel will be wheel 1. We're really good with naming conventions here. We don't like to overcomplicate things.
This will be the UK version of maneuvering with an extra U in it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So with this new point helper, we've got this. We then attach the geometry which we want to rotate. So now, basically, when we rotate this, the geometry will move with it. And when we create like collision meshes for it as well, we can put that under that in the hierarchy, and that will also move along with that. So we've got that mesh. So now what we need to do is make another helper. So that tells that mesh where to spin, like this. So the next one is going to tell the wheel what to do. So we're going to do, instead of wheel turn, this one's going to be called wheel spin.
Spin.
Again, we like our fancy naming conventions.
Well,
so now we've got, so for this wheel, oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, everybody knows at Star Citizen we're really good at naming things. It's one of our strong suits. Somebody in chat was asking why you're using 3D Max and not Blender.
As long as you are like, I think that in at CIG was cool that it's that you can use any tool that you want as long as you work well with it and you are efficient and everything. I think everyone will agree with that. and that's.
You'd agree that
We
Blender's
are
better
really
though,
missing-
right? I'm just causing.
I'm trying to
It's
learn.
different,
I'm trying
I would
to learn
say.
Blender.
Yeah, same.
I'm trying to learn Blender at home, but it's so once you've got Max ingrained in your head, when you go to Blender, it's like it's
Exactly,
completely
yeah.
different. It's so like there's so much to it. I'm
It-
really
it's as long
trying. I'm
as
really
you're-
trying to like it.
As long as you are making good art, the tool that you are using is not really the matter, I would say.
I'd like to load up an
Yes.
old copy of like Bryce 3D from 1999. See what I can do.
When I was younger, I used to use SketchUp, and you'd always have that creepy 2D man staring at you when you start the program. The one that always turns to face the camera.
Hmm
I used to learn 3D on Maxon, actually, Cinema 4D.
Ooh.
That
Yeah.
was quite old, yeah.
I used 3D Max in the late 90s, and back when we used to like download models of like X-wings off that other people had posted to bulletin boards, and then make our own little animated trench runs.
I think what I did I opened in SketchUp once. I downloaded someone had done like a model of the Citadel from Mass Effect, like one of the the big bit that curves around and it's got all the foliage and the balconies and like the main Presidium, I think it is. I loaded that in, and I remember my 150-pound laptop literally like started screaming. I'd never heard a sound like that come from a computer, but my God, it was like, nope, I can't handle this. Please just execute me.
I'm thrilled to see some people my age that remember Bryce 3D. Yeah, Bryce 3D. How many canyons did you guys make? I made hundreds of canyons. I used to fly those X-wings through them.
Yeah, I'm just doing
when I was just gonna say, do it. When I learned 3D, I was like downloading a lot of like Star Wars stuff as well, like Jared. It's
What scene was it you made again for your personal work?
The one on YouTube.
Was it
You mean?
It was Palpatine's room, wasn't it?
Yeah. I did like the Palpatine's office in the Engine. Yeah, when I'm doing 3D for my personal work, it's often Star Wars related thing.
Wait, did you do Palpatine's throne room in Jedi, or did you do his office in like?
No, the office in on Coruscant.
Right. Yeah.
It's his office. I did that in Unreal Engine.
Oh, we're missing a wheel. There it is.
Oh, there's the wheel.
Now, don't forget to add the weapon hardpoints here. And
yeah. Do you know what? Let me just go through my downloads quickly, because I swear when we were making the original trolleys, we made battle
trolley.
We made a battle trolley. We were working on it. Corey made a GIF of it, and we've got I don't know what the hard points those are, but we put a quantum drive on the back of the trolley. We've got missiles. We've got bombs, a pilot's seat.
I'm trying to convince these people the props team aren't a bunch of screw offs, and you're not helping me right now.
This was a research task. This was very important.
It's a very important research task.
Yeah.
Now, if you want the battle trolley, folks, I suggest you take to Reddit and to Spectrum and start your threads now. Request the battle trolley, LTI token. Do it now.
It's glorious. It's glorious. Given to the might of the battle trolley. Right.
So do you have the grips there now? Or?
No, not yet. So this is what I'm going to do next. So basically, we've got the wheels now. We've got the helpers that tell DataForge how the wheels need to turn. So they should all turn independently and stuff, hoping I've set them up right. The next thing we need is a place for the player to be able to grip the trolley and interact with it. So I'm just going to start making that now.
But you got to make that one wheel that has like a 15-degree less turning radius. That's there's always one wheel. It's always sketchy. These things.
Yeah, the part of the workflow that we love the most is when we send this off to audio to basically add in a squeaky wheel. Did a 2-week research trip to Tesco's to find the trolley they can. So this is going to be a really like quick version. Obviously, we take a lot more time when we. For now, I'm just going to do this. So this will be mesh interaction 1.
So yeah, now you're making the mesh, and then you're gonna put the anchor points.
And that's for like the targeted animations, so that they'll reach out
Yeah.
and grab for that.
Yep.
So yeah,
For folks, excuse me, for folks who are just tuning in and whatnot, a lot of what we're doing now, it's we had a white box model of a trolley, but it was meant for like background and just sitting there. We are now converting it into a usable option with with wheels that can rotate and function independently. The grip here, so that players and NPCs have a targeted location for the animations to grab onto. And then once it's been converted into a proper usable, we'll begin building it up for its potential use inside a Pyro space station. This is a work that was already on their workload. This is not something being created specifically for the show. This is a task that these guys already have on their development docket. So we're just killing two birds with one stone here. This is how yours money is used, Spider Studio. Specifically, yours money.
Yeah, we handpicked yours. We were like,
we
this
work
guy
and
wants
we
a trolley.
entertain.
Right.
So yeah, now you put the interaction point, which is gonna be the text where the text of grip is gonna appear, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, this is where the interaction takes place. I believe the interaction highlight is driven by the collision mesh for it, which is over. Why is that over here and a completely different shape to what? Gamedev.
Where'd it go?
This is fun. Right.
Why do you,
I'm gonna do it a different way.
Why do you always kill birds, Lando? I just like the phrase. I don't kill anything. I'm the guy that catches a fly and walks it out outside of my front door and lets it go.
Oh, that's wholesome.
So now you're putting out the proxy.
No, that's about the only aspect of me that's remotely wholesome.
Is there like bias towards different insects? Like,
no, I just everything's got its place in the universe. I don't have to like it, but it just doesn't have to do it inside my house. So I just move it out of the house, and then they can go off and live their life and do whatever task nature wanted them to do somewhere else.
Right, here we go.
So now it is converted as a proxy.
So yeah, this if I rename it, my rename tool is not working. Fantastic. Let me I'll do it manually.
Yeah.
If I can remember physics.
Proxy. Yeah.
01.
Yes, and for the Blender questions that come in, again, as usual, this is one of those kind of things we end up repeating quite a bit over the 8 years that I've been doing this here at CIG. We allow most of our artists to work in the tools with which they're most proficient with. So we have a marvelous tools team here, whose job is to create all of these importers and exporters and bridges and stuff between all these softwares, so that when we bring folks into the project, if their primary experience is on 3D Max or it's on Blender or it's in Houdini or whatever, we support that and let them work in the aspects in which they are most familiar. If they want to learn other softwares, he was just saying that he's trying to learn Blender right now in his spare time. That's fine, I think. But one of the things that I think we're really proud of is how we support our artists and letting them work in the software that is most native or comfortable to them.
Yeah, we had a guy on the team that literally worked in Blender, and then when he was finished, he'd move his assets over to Max just to use the tools that we use to export them and stuff. So it's really flexible, to be honest. It's just whatever works fastest, because that's what you want, really, like fast.
Yeah, I'm actually getting ready. I think the next segment we do for ISC that has to do with Turbulent will actually be with their tools team and talking about Magic Bridge. And so have you seen that? What they're building between? No, they've
No, I
built
haven't
they've
either.
built a new tool that basically brings Houdini inside of the game engine and lets them do lets Houdini. It basically does live Houdini stuff inside the game engine and stuff. It's really cool, but it's great.
Oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
terrific
I
for
see. I
prop
see, yeah.
placements. It's like you sit there and they can just point at a shelf and go fill this up with stuff, and it fills it up with bottles and all the things that you guys have been making. It now makes the placement for it. Super cool.
Yeah. I see what you mean now. Yeah.
Yep.
We've been
Yeah.
trying to take a delve into Houdini on our side,
Yeah.
like developing some workflows for it.
It's going to be essential to really get that coffee shop gameplay into 317. I know. I'm reading the chat and people are super stoked about that coffee shop stuff. So.
And also, what I think it's really great about what we do is, you give us also the time to like improve our skills in other softwares from time to time. And it's really awesome to have like this time to just work on new skills that we can grow.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, we've been doing a bit of Houdini stuff.
Yeah.
Some upcoming work that we're doing, trying to integrate that into our workflow. Yeah, it's really nice to be able to, this place really does recognize the power of these tools, and I think that's taken for granted a bit in the game industry in some places. A lot of the times the engines will be using like old tech, and people are too afraid to move on and learn some new stuff.
There's virtue to both approaches. It's just if there's one underlying truth to all game development, and this is all game development anywhere, is that there's no one right way to do everything. It's just so we're big proponents here of, all right, we got to do this, and then we got to do this, and we got to do this other thing, this fourth thing. What are the most effective ways to do each one? And if they don't happen to be the same thing through the same process, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they all end up in the same place, that's fine. But the arguments go both ways. I see plenty of people. I could sit here and make a solid argument for forcing everybody to use the same tool. It's like this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's game development, though. There's just no one way to do it.
So,
But Blender is better than
Lewis.
3D Max, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Thomas. Go ahead.
No worries.
Straight for the throat. Straight for the throat. Oh my god.
So here Lewis did on this trolley. I don't know if you noticed. He put 2 anchor points, one for the left hand and one for the right hand.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me just go back.
Just show them. Yeah, quickly. So in the middle, it's the grip. Well, it's the interactive point. So that's where you will see the text message saying "grip the thing," and on the other one is just the left and right hand. So you can put your hands on it. And now we are gonna configure on it how the hand's gonna behave on this, and to just say to the AI and to interaction points what and how you are interacting with it. So here Lewis is just renaming the variant.
Yeah,
One
so
more.
look, we've got luckily we've got like a bunch of like templates we can pick from depending on what trolley we're using. So for example, we got a multi-grip one, which means like a trolley that you can grip from like basically 2 ends. There's the single grip one, which is just one grip point, which is what we're going to be using. There's stuff like the the wheelchairs for hospitals and stuff, and all sorts.
Right.
So for now, what we're going to do is going to jump in here and plug in our geometry basically. So this is going to be where we add in.
Where you link your mesh. Yeah.
My brain is ticking away. I'm going to give it a refresh. Come on. And my favorite part is going to crash my edit when I create this.
Ash Rackham asks,
There we go.
Will we ever be able to use and sit in the wheelchairs in the hospital?
Unknown. I think.
I think it's safe to say that we would all prefer that you can. It just the answer. If it's ever, does it make things seem more diegetic? Does it make things act like we expect them to act, the answer is always going to be yes, that's what we want to do. But it always comes down to priorities and time. It's just do we have a spot to take the people necessary and assign them to that task? Yeah, we want to, but
Yeah. Like for us, usually we're just, making the geometry and plugging it into something that's already been programmed, and then just configuring it and tweaking it. But, for us, I know we're always very, very busy. So I can only imagine, the programming side creating these features, and, there's a hell of a lot that goes into just like, it's all good for me to come and just create a variant, but, someone's already come and paved the way for me to do this in a big way. It's been developed over a long time. When I first joined, like over a year ago, like that was when this was being worked on. And there was like a good few months where I joined in just to help support the development of the trolleys. And there was a lot that went into it, a lot of stress, a lot of pain. But no, it's good. It's good. we like this.
Yeah, and for people who have questions like why do we have people working on trolleys and stuff like this, they are principally a component of Squadron 42. They're used in several of the background animations and things that are going on aboard life on a ship like the Idris or the Javelin or whatnot. And so work is prioritized for that purpose as we continue to bring that game to completion. And then, as what always does, is the technology of one, the assets of one, can often be used to help and push forward the other. So
we have our first issue.
Yeah, we have our first issue. Yeah,
it's a big wheel. It's the big wheel.
Yeah. So maybe you have a rotation issue there.
Yeah.
It was coming in at a 90 instead of at a 0.
So I'm just going to move these out of here.
While you are fixing
one for now. So we got a bunch of like dodgy transforms here. So I'm just going to reset all of those, and then if we bring these back,
put everything back
I've
in.
lost them already.
That's this one. Yeah, will turn. Yeah.
When you look at the hierarchy, sometimes it just blends into like just a blur of white, and you're like, oh, I can't see.
So now
right, so let's. It doesn't like this. It's because I'm disconnected from the VPN to improve my internet connection.
Oh, so if you connect in, it might drop you from the show.
We can give it a shot. It will still do it. It just takes ages to export. So I just hope we get. Well, that's
almost
a bit. This is an issue from before. This is something that I need to go and fix, but it's not a huge issue for.
Yeah, just a geometry issue. Yeah.
Max, please come back to me.
Why does the Vanguard's landing gear have wheels and treads when it can't roll? It can't roll at present. It can't roll now. That's all I'll say about that.
Max is not behaving.
Let me try. Let me try this.
You're gonna stop the screen share if you want until you get it square.
It's all right. I just can't. The thing is, I can't remember how to disconnect Max from Perforce when it's disconnected from the VPN. Because basically, it does a bunch of Perforce checks when you export it, so that all your files that you're working on appear. And but yeah, it's all fine now. Right. So, and then we've also got this wheel's a bit funky.
So yeah, it's maybe the second one. Yeah, the wheel spin.
Same thing again. Just double check. 90 degrees. So we'll reset that as well. I've got a hotkey set up for that because reset X forms and transforms is very important.
Very, yeah.
So there we go. So that's resolved.
There
that. Cool. We got the same issue on these wheels now. Do you know what? Let's just.
So
if I press AI in physics, you see it like it doesn't like that. It jumps out the way because of the way everything's set up.
So Lewis, while you fix that, let's talk about that art test that you had to do. We actually got some folks in chat asking what was the art test like for you since you hired in so recently?
Wait, go on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, for Thomas. Sorry.
Me, me, I had like to do a test for 2 weeks. So yeah, you get the concept art. Corey was just saying that they want you to track your time. Of course, play the game and don't worry about this. Just work like you would do. Show you like the steps that you did. So, for example, on my art test, I just showed that I went to white box at this stage. I went to detail at that stage, and worked on the final art at that stage while showing it in my track of time. And yeah, it gives you all the details of what you need to know for your artist. And yeah, basically you have fun with it and show your artistic view on the concept art, because of course you don't have to. That's the thing with concept art, and even our work in every day, you have to kind of have like a bit of an art like side of things. Like you don't do like from A to Z to what you see in the concept art. Just have fun with it. Like try to adapt the shapes, adapt the props to what you feel like it could be. So it is kind of interesting to see, and how you see the props being interesting, basically. And that's one thing that I think we value a lot, is seeing those things, that you can have like an artistic side of view of things. And yeah, and it's really fun. It was a really great taste, in my opinion.
I think you're back heavy there, Lewis.
I love it. I love watching this stuff happen. I remember the first time I set up a trolley, I pressed play and it just pinged off into the distance, and I was like,
Yeah.
So yeah, and basically what we need to do now. So if we
Weight
activate
on
the
the front, I guess.
physics,
Yeah.
yeah, if we activate the physics, we can see the wheels are in the right positions. It rotates the points that we want it to rotate. This is a bit down at the moment, but that's something I can fix by extending this mesh down. But everything's sitting in the right position. But obviously it's very back heavy at the moment. So at the moment, we don't have, apart from these. So these are the debug for these is a bit dodgy. But if we go over to this this walker
Trolley.
we have, you can see that what DataForge is actually doing is on those points, like here, it's actually spawning a collision mesh where the wheel is, and that basically what that allows us to do is these essentially become the collision for the wheels, allowing us to push them about. And obviously the actual mesh also has a collision mesh as well, and we don't. So the way that the physics are calculated for these objects. Now, I don't want to go too far into it because it could be completely wrong, but the way it's done, my understanding is that it's done via the collision proxy. So if we
put a box for like the proxy,
just whack a box on each of these forks.
It's a good time to remind you that we're already halfway done, by the way. Time wise.
I think we're doing all right this time. I think this was a much better. I think we're doing better for time than we did the last stream we did.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you have time to build it up. That's all.
Okay. Activate turbo. Let's go. So yeah, I'll just
go on the shape so it doesn't go too far.
I'll do another one. Right, it's not 100% accurate, but it will do for now. We just, at the moment, we want to get it working as best as we can, and then later on, we can go and do tweaks, because it's really important. Essentially, with doing something like a white box, you want to get something into the game as quickly as you can, so that other teams aren't waiting on you to be able to. So, for example, if the environment artist wanted to place this in a scene, or to create a puzzle with it, or something like that, you'd want to get the functionality done as soon as you can, just so you're not holding up, really. So we can drag this in here.
To answer the folks in chat, yes, what you're seeing is lag from the internet. The UK is having a pretty heavy storm right now, and that's why Lewis's voice attenuates the way it does sometimes, and he's the one sharing. So that is
Yeah.
Well, that's why your frame rate looks like it does sometimes. So, and also it's called the Pyro proposition because we're making a prop for the Pyro space stations, and
Yeah.
I just like really bad, crappy titles because they amuse me. So don't read too much into it. Other than that,
Yeah, the prop for the Pyro system is really amazing. Like I had really a lot of fun with what we do. They are really doing a pretty good job, the concept artists around there.
Yeah. like my art test back in the day was I had to make I made this these one-off shows called The Wonderful World of Star Citizen that I made.
Mm-hmm.
Before, and like I did that. That was sort of my audition, and they're like, "Can you make videos that are more professional and with less funny haha in them?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "All right, we'll hire you anyway." I'm like, "Cool." So it's always been a thing since day one. It's like, no,
Always be yourself.
you told me I could be crappy. I'm crappy. And it's like, all right.
That's the thing as well, man. You have to be yourself. Why acting as someone you are not?
No, it's literally one of my people ask, there's lots of reasons to like your job and whatever, but one of the things that I like most about my job, probably the thing that I like most about this job, is that they've never asked me to be anything other than who I am.
Yeah, I agree
So
with that a lot.
sometimes they've made, so occasionally I get a suggestion like, could you be more like this or whatever, and I'm like, not really. This is it's so sometimes the joke is a little too obtuse and just like, I don't get it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I did and it made me laugh. So
Worth it every time.
sometimes I make things for an audience of one.
So essentially,
how
what just
does it
happened
work?
there? Go on, go on. I'll let you
No,
explain.
yeah, no, I was gonna say just put proxies to have weight on it, and I was asking if it was going to work.
Ah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see if you put the AI. Yeah.
So two things happened. So originally the template comes with 4 wheels. So obviously we don't have 4 wheels unless we have 3. So I removed one of them, and the wheels at the front were quite big by default. So I've changed the sizes down for those. So these are a lot smaller now. And also this back one, the size increased a bit. And then because we've got these proxies on the front now, the weight distribution is way better. So now when we activate our physics, it's a lot better. Obviously, with stuff like this, the wheel, you can tweak these basically so that the mesh isn't clipping with the floor.
Mm.
So, for example, here it's still a bit dodge, but this is stuff we can all tweak later. The thing I'm interested in now,
is seeing if it works with your hands.
or actually, I need to turn this off. Let's see if this works now. Surprise, surprise.
And you
it's broken. So I'm going to go quickly check where it's gone wrong.
Jared is an on-air personality now. That's like 90 minutes of my job every week. I still got another 50 hours. That's my actual job. The on-air stuff is like the bonus.
Interaction 1.
What did you do, Lewis?
Is it the right name for the proxy?
Let me
for the
have a
grip?
look.
Maybe it's just that it doesn't have the right name.
The grip should be the right name. Where
Yeah,
is
the grip, yeah, but
there it is.
the interaction, I meant.
Let's have a look. Helper name mesh interaction 1.
Yeah, okay.
This is the fun part. This is the most time consuming part.
Exactly.
Interaction grips. I should be working. Interesting. Yeah, that node's not appearing. So there's one I prepared earlier, which also, this could get spicy. Is it going to do what it did to me last stream? No, this one works. So we might just proceed with this one. This is one I set up earlier just so that I ironed out any kinks with with what was going on. So
We can probably move
We-
to this one because you only got like 20 minutes left.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that totally went fine. This is totally not one that we made earlier, but it's all good. So
Yeah.
we're gonna quickly drag this into the trash folder. Where's my
Guy-
open
Guys, we've talked about the frame rate. It's a screen share across the world during a storm.
Yeah, my window could cave in at any point. That's how
Relax.
bad it is.
It's really bad right now in the UK.
It's the worst. Go on.
Oh.
There we go. Right, cool. So I'm just going to quickly place this. Right, let's start adding stuff. So, being my infinite wisdom, I decided we're going to add. We'll start off with the palette.
Now, what's the brief for this? Because so far we've only spent the time talking about physicalizing this palette. But what are you actually adding to it? What's the brief here? What's the mandate? What are we trying to do?
So
So
essentially, we want to. I believe this is going to be used. You can use it as an interactable, but there's also going to be some around levels with like items on them that you can use as cover pretty much. So essentially, we want to create a version that has a palette on with some cargo on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dragging.
But
Stuff
the cargo isn't just a SCU box full of stuff. It's this is like an NPC's personal belongings that they're.
Yeah. We just want a load of random crap on it, really. Pardon my language. Anyway. So yeah, the way I'm gonna, I've picked a few random items. These are obviously gonna change because there's, we want to tell a story with this. For this first iteration, it's just gonna be some placeholder stuff. So the first thing we want is gonna be a palette because that gives us a bit more room to start placing stuff. So I've got a tool here that basically lets me move one helper and it updates the position of the mesh. So I could do this and then, wait, what am I doing? Obviously I can do that, but I can also create more nodes, rotate them in whatever direction I want.
and put the
And if I hit update, it then updates it with all the stuff. So this is a cool little way of like kind of dressing, how you want something to be, and then instancing the meshes so that you can make changes on a larger scale. So for example, if we've got all these placed like this in random orientations and we wanted to change like a detail on the palette, we can just change one here and we just hit update and it'll update globally on everything. So it's a really handy tool to have. So for now, I'm just going to drag this over and we'll whack that there in the middle.
So we have like the palette on the right place.
And then what we're going to go for next, what have we got? This hierarchy is a mess. I'm really sorry. I should have cleaned this up. Next, we'll do the next biggest thing, which was...
This is an honest demonstration of workflow.
Yeah, I think it's really important as well because I think a lot of people come on to these streams. I've seen streams before where people come on, they edit out all of the happy accidents and the mistakes and you don't get to see the process because it does take a long time. Oh, come on, work.
Or
Please.
good work always takes time. Huh?
And so does yours.
Will it work? Update?
There we go,
Yeah.
Crisis averted.
And now you're going to them with the generator?
Yeah, so I'll add that. No, it's not working. Oh, it is. It's just not. Okay. I just had it hidden. Basically, I'm an idiot. Cool. So I'll add that on there. I don't know. Maybe we have to because we're adventurous. We'll even put a bit of rotation on it. Whoa. Stability.
Are you being crazy there?
I don't know why they're
there we
appearing.
go.
It's hidden. All right, cool. I can use
It's
this
because
little
the main one
sidebar
is
on the... I use this little sidebar to quickly. I can display all the proxies. I can hide them. The collision meshes. I can change between LODs. This is a cool little tool I actually use. What next? Oh,
You can put the plushie.
who put this in there? Mad.
I don't know. We didn't plan it at all.
Is a plush whale really going to provide effective cover?
This one.
That's
Of course.
That's huge. Is that the right size?
That's the big one. That's the big one.
That's
Do you
bigger
know
than
what?
the
There's
ones.
two sizes. Yeah.
Who are we to judge the size of the plush whale? Come on, that's not
Yeah.
very inclusive.
That's way bigger than the one we
bigger
shipped
the
out
better.
recently.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it grew.
Became a
Just
big boy.
silence from Jared. He's like, I'm fed up with these pop artists already. Get him off. Bin him.
It's close.
They just
Mine had more profanity in it.
Please, I would like to come back again. Don't hate me. Okay. Hopefully this works. That's like my favorite tagline for our team. Hopefully this works. In an attempt to make the internet run a bit smoother, I disconnected from the VPN again, so I need to learn how to disconnect from Perforce. But we'll wait. There we go. Object 5. Oh no.
it's all right. It's just thing that you can fix with the Xform.
Has 8 degenerate faces.
Where's Object 5 in the scene? Oh my god. And then this is the part where Max, it's trying to do stuff.
Did you remove Cisco now?
Yeah, I turned it off because it was making everything.
That's maybe why it's taking time now.
Yeah. I need to learn how to disconnect it.
Brixie says, I just realized we don't currently have squashable objects at eFun. We have soft body physics. We just have to choose to enable them for certain things.
Oh, wow! I
There
mean,
we
it's
go.
a different colored version because the material, but
It's because
There we
there is
go.
no like tintable, I guess, right?
yeah, I think maybe. So
It's an albino.
now we can stroll about with our new objects, and we can add more. So in general, what we do is when we're creating this will be to cover metrics. So obviously we won't have a giant plushie to take cover behind in a realistic scenario, but we'd have some, maybe more variety of stuff. So if it's for Pyro, it can be like scrap metal and like engine parts and bits from the station, or a Big Benny's vending machine. It could be anything really. Like it's down to the story we're trying to create.
Put a Benny's vending machine on there.
Oh mate, now you're asking. That means that no, I have to connect to Perforce. I don't know if I can. One sec.
You
If
can
I've got
do
the
it.
file locally.
Make it work.
Oh, I've only got top secret ones.
Not the
Right,
top
let me have a
secret
look.
one.
Yeah, no.
Well, here, hold on. I'll turn the screen share off. You show me. Here, they can't see your screen. Show it to me, and I'll tell you whether you can show it or not. What is it? They're
Let
looking
me get the.
They're looking at my face right now instead of you, so you can show me. Let me see.
I'm just trying to find the image. Oh my god, I need to clean my files out. There's so much cursed stuff here. So I literally dumped everything. It's this one, but the mesh for this one.
That's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all right.
All right then.
That was actually originally that was actually part of a CitizenCon, and then it got cut, but only because of time. Only because of time. So we're clear on that one.
All right. I'll do my best to get it in. We got 10 minutes. We can do this.
Got 10 minutes.
They will see your props in advance. Only the
Yeah,
ones in
this
the
is
chat will
spoilers,
know.
man. Only yeah.
Spoiler prop. Spoiler prop.
They could all say, "I was there."
I fought for this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
you
I had a really long task, and I was like, I really want to do this one next because
Yeah, it looks dope.
oh,
Yeah.
I say you guys can sit here and try to recreate it from the reflection of my glasses, but we're just going to show it to you in a minute, so you can save yourself the effort.
I got to go back on the VPN for one bit. Load faster. There's too many polygons.
It's gonna explode.
This is the part where I take a coffee break.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's the most minor inconvenience. You go for a coffee break. Oh my god. What is that? Is that a never
Here we
before
go.
seen prop? Okay. I better be able to. I swear, Corey comes back from holiday and he's like, "Why'd you let Jared do that? Why'd you let him?" This is not allowed. It's illegal. Right. I'm gonna hit my magic copy button.
It's the
That
Phantom
tool is
Toll
amazing.
booth.
Ah! I love it. I love it already. Right.
Could remove those. Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the right button. I was like, where's my root node
No.
gone?
You put it up there. There we go.
See, in this shape, it doesn't really look like anything. They can't tell what it is.
Ah, this is the thing. Hopefully, I
Mhm.
submitted it correctly.
Put a bit of too late. I was gonna say put a bit of rotation just
Ah.
for variance. There we go.
Oh, this I tell you what, this lighting doesn't do it justice. I'm
No,
sorry.
like yeah, change it
Yeah.
to. Can you change the time of day? Change it to like nighttime.
I didn't even remember how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm in a test level at the moment. I can't in the test
Gotcha.
level. I think
You can change the time of day in the test level.
I don't have the facilities for that.
Oh my god! No, it's like a.
Got
It's like a.
where is it?
It's like a one button push. I can't remember what the button is right now, but you just it has like 5 different pre-baked in. I just can't remember what the button is for it.
Good.
It's all right. Doesn't matter. What folks are seeing right here, so to explain it, is because some of the Pyro space stations are a bit older. They're old and abandoned. Some of them go back maybe even 100 years. One of the tasks was to develop what a Big Benny's machine looked like from many years ago.
Like years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So what you're seeing is like a classic, vintage, retro Big Benny's vending machine here. You can show them the concept. They've seen this.
Yeah. So
Yes, the lighting here is a bit warped. So you can show them the concept.
You can even
That's
show your screenshot, I guess.
I'm
right?
thinking of the screenshot.
The thing that you just showed me. The thing that you just showed me when I had it off. You can show that.
Okay, wait.
Because
Which
he
folder?
also has a good screenshot with a
I've
corner
got-
in Pyro
yeah.
Station, and it looks really
There we
good.
go. There we
So
go.
that's the concept art that we got,
That was the concept. Yeah.
I've got a good screenshot of it in the game, but I don't know if
Sure.
I can show that.
You
Would
can.
you?
You can.
Can you? Okay.
Here, I'm gonna change the camera so that they don't see anything else. But go ahead and bring it up.
Yeah.
And I'll swap it back.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go back there. There you go. Yeah. So that's it actually in the game, with proper lighting and working.
Yeah. Without
So.
the dodgy screen.
Yep.
So yeah. Essentially, using those tools, we can create trolleys. We can do different variants of these. So this could be like a full height cover one, for example. You could do one that's like crouch height.
Right.
And yeah, you
Yeah,
could
you
put
could
them in
even-
any orientation, and we can even walk this around now.
I was gonna say, yeah, try pushing it around. See if it works.
You could even imagine to have like a place that you need to go and you can push it to just access it, secret places and stuff like this. Could be fun.
Yeah.
I'd tip it over and kill somebody with it.
I wish I hadn't made the level so big. I would run it off the cliff. But yeah. Anyway, this asset at the moment it's very basic. There's going to be more done to it. It obviously needs cleaning up. Like this spring that I've made for it is not the right size. It's clipping
Yeah,
through.
you
There's these
still have to
issues
add
like this.
deep arm and stuff as well to get details and artifice details.
But the main thing when you're submitting something like this is to get all the collision working and just so that it's in a position where, you know, the level designers can then go in and start integrating it. And then what you do is you slowly carry on developing the asset until you reach final art on it.
Yep.
So
yeah.
But yeah. That's Trolley 101 players.
Cool. Can you bring up the battle trolley one more time?
The battle trolley.
Yeah, bring up the battle trolley one more time.
I really need to clean out this
the
whole
glorious battle trolley.
All right, folks. So hold on, leave this up on the screen for a little bit. Go. Where's it animated? It's not playing anymore. It was playing before.
It not?
Nope.
Does my mouse need to be over it?
I don't know. There it is. There it is. Okay. So here, what I want you to do, folks. Look at me. This is my serious face. I want you to go to Twitter. I want you to tag John Crew. And I want you to be like, "Hey, John Crew, we saw a battle trolley on SCL. When is it coming to the persistent universe?" Every single, like, if you don't have a Twitter account, go make a Twitter account, and then create this. You can screen. You know, I'm gonna put it on the screen. You can screenshot it right now. You can screenshot it right now again, and just I want to see at least 300 posts. 300 posts on John Crew's Twitter account. Say Jared said we could have the battle trolley if we got to 300 posts. But you have to tag it in there so he gets the notification, though. If you don't tag it, it doesn't count. It has to like buzz his phone every time it happens because I know he has notifications on. So go to Twitter and tag John with a screenshot of this so that his phone keeps buzzing.
He's gonna be fuming.
Right.
He's just gonna start like rolling off his desk.
All right, you can stop the screen share.
Awesome.
All right, Lewis, Thomas, thank you so much for hanging out. Showing us a bit of your workflow. Yes, it's @_ John Crew on Twitter, folks. Look in the chat. Look in the chat right now. If you're watching on YouTube, later, somebody add it to the YouTube comments so people can find it. It's @_ John Crew, all one word. CREWE. Don't forget the E at the end. Lewis, Thomas, again, thank you so much for hanging out with us at the end of your week. That's all I got. Remember, folks, there is a free fly going on right now. So check that out. There's a new armor and stuff on the referral program. Be sure you check that out. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back next week with more ISC and SCL. I don't remember what's on either one of them right now because I'm in total travel mode right now. So I'm space brain. So till later, everybody. Bye.
See you around. The classic line had to get in there.
Exactly.
We don't do C Universe anymore. That was the other show. I don't do C Universe. That was around the verse.
We do it every day. We do it every day on the props team.
See you in the verse.
We have one guy on the team, and he just waits, and then he spotlights his camera in the meeting, and he goes, "We'll see you around the verse."
You guys are effing nerds.
And everyone on the team, every guy on the team, just like leaves slowly and sadly.
We leave before he says it.
Effing nerds. Yeah, I know it's still on. I was giving you bonus content. Oh my gosh, I was giving you bonus content. I know it was still on.
They don't want us to go yet.
Do what I like.
Banter.
Do what I like.